Hello! It is definitely winter up here in Canada. It's -6, -12 with the wind chill. So we're going to get inside as soon as possible. We're going to show you a quick video on how I run my little small business out of a camper van and whether you can do that too. Alright, we're inside getting warm. He's making a break for the bed. That's the warmest spot in here. So, background. Before I got rent-evicted and had to move into this thing, I had a small business. I was a bartender for a decade. I didn't want to go back to school. I hated it. I was so sick of it. I hated working nights. The money was good, but it was not a job I wanted to do, nor was there much of a future in it. You can only go so high, and I didn't want to go to management. I was just done with restaurants. So in my part-time, I started a little side hustle. I built up an eBay business. I did pretty good sales. I started selling books on Amazon, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't enough to fully live on by itself, but it meant that I could take jobs part-time, work what I wanted, work a very flexible schedule, say no to things. And that's the biggest thing for me about a side hustle, is being able to say no to stuff. Say, I don't want to do that job. I don't want to work this. Anytime a boss started giving you grief, or, you know, a workplace becomes toxic, you have kind of an ability to leave. And I know, unfortunately, with the climate of work and money and inflation and all this nonsense and the cost of living, side hustle has kind of become a term for a mandatory second job that you need to get by. But it was a really great income. I really like doing it. Obviously, in this capacity and this space, I don't have a ton of room, but I'm going to show you how I do it and how I run my business. I'm not going to show you how to start a business. I'm not going to show you I'm not going to sell you a course. I'm showing the possibility where if you have an idea for a business, or you're thinking about doing it, or you want to transfer your existing business, whatever it is, onto the road, this is how I do it, and this is maybe something you could take an idea from. All right, so we're here in my funky little pass-through with these cool RGB lights that I got from the dollar store. $5, not bad. But one of the reasons I wanted a box truck was, if you see, I have my bed above this. This is my little sneaky entrance, which I love. But the reason I wanted this whole setup was so that I have my bed on top, and I have a ton of storage underneath. There's my solar. There's most of my inventory. And this little cutie pie watching me. So there's a significant amount of storage here. Most of it's used with just junk and nonsense that I still have yet to downsize from my previous life. But a lot of it is my old eBay inventory. So I don't know what this is in terms of square foot. This is roughly 5 feet and roughly 4 feet deep, and roughly the same tall. I do have a bit of shelving. Like I said, I apologize, this is a bit of a mess, but I do have some inventory here. There's some printers from my old life. And the opposite side as well, my janky solar setup, don't judge me, and more storage space here. So this is a good amount of space to store some inventory where you get it. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. There are absolutely limitations on what you can have, sell, whatever. You could make jewelry, you could make blah, blah, blah. But with this setup, I am very limited to what I sell. In my previous life, when I had a normal person house and room to store it in, the amount of stuff that people give away for free, I made so much money off free stuff. People give away free tires. Someone one day across the street, my neighbor moved out and put out a perfectly good wine fridge. I sold it for $200 cash. There is so much money being made from free stuff. But again, space is a very limiting issue. I'm currently on the east coast of Canada in Halifax. I want to move to the complete opposite side of the country, British Columbia. So what I would normally do, or what the goal is to rent a storage locker, which is, you know, it does cost money, but when I'm at a place where I want to scale and grow my business, I can use that as a base of operations and to have a lot more static space that I can use. And you may not have physical items. You might, like I said, whatever your business is, it's up to you. You may have an existing one. You may start one from scratch. There's going to be a learning curve. But obviously with this, I have to be very careful with what I sell and the size of what I sell. So smaller, high value items, we'll get into that later. But there is room for me to store stuff and have inventory. Let's go how I run this business. So this is my office for all intents and purposes. I have a full-blown desktop PC, which doesn't really super jive with solar in the wintertime, the shorter days. This is about to hop up. I know, buddy. You're my little shipping assistant. But I also have this little power bank that I love. But everything I need to do, I do on the phone that I'm shooting this with. I shoot my YouTube videos with it. I can run my business with it. I can take pictures, edit my eBay listings. I can generate shipping labels, everything from my phone. So this is not needed. This is a want. If you have a laptop, even better. But everything I do from my phone. I have this battery powered scale. It's super small. I've had it for years. I have beat the crap out of this thing. I still have not yet changed the batteries in this entire thing. It has a 50-pound capacity. That lets me do all my shipping. Amazon has a ton of these Bluetooth printers. Again, they take up very little space. I can't hook it up to my computer, but it runs perfectly through Bluetooth. It just prints on these little 4x6 thermal labels. I used to have to run to Staples all the time, go in, print stuff, cut it out, run back in, drop it off. This is 100% worth it. I think this was 130 bucks on sale. You can probably get them cheaper, especially with Black Friday, whatever, but this was 100% an awesome investment. Little bit of tape, measuring. I use this for, you know, repairs and stuff anyways, but this is really all you need. Cardboard boxes, I get them free all the time. I don't have room to store a bunch of boxes, nor do I really want to. So my sales are such that I'm not, you know, plowing stuff out the door. So with these items and my phone, I can run a business. And depending on where you are and where you live, like if you're doing remote work in the middle of the desert, I can't really help you. I don't know where the nearest USPS is, but me, where I work, there's always a FedEx, there's always a UPS, there's always, I live in Canada, so Canada Post. And again, I know you're going to say, what about shipping costs? I'm not teaching you how to run a business or the cost of a business. I'm saying it is possible to do it. Figuring out the business is up to you. But having a cool extra form of income, maybe you don't want to work a traditional job. Maybe you have an existing business that you're wondering how to transfer to this life. Like I said, this is not teaching you what business to run. This is teaching you how simply, with just these things, you can run a business. And this is just physical products. I'm not even including, you could be a writer. You know, Amazon has self-publishing. There are so many ways to do non-traditional work. And you don't need to be a graphic designer. You don't need to do this and that. But just with a couple tools in your little comfy home, and an internet connection and a cell phone, you can run your business. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, there are many, many ways to live your life, both where you live and how you live and how you make your money. And as long as you do it legally, that they know about. Fill your boots, and I hope you're happy, and I hope you guys all stay warm. It's sunny. We're gonna absorb as much solar as we can today and try and stay warm with my little DJ heater. But thank you for watching my stupid little video, and we'll see you next time.